Hello, Nastya.
Hello, Lydia. Hello.
It's nice to see you. It's nice to hear you.
Yeah, thank you so much for inviting me, actually. That was a surprise.
Pleasure is mine, and thank you for agreeing. So, I know you, but at the same time, I'm not sure whether people who are going to listen to us know a lot about us. So, can you please introduce yourself and say a few words about your personality?
Oh, wow. Sure. So, my name is Nastya, and it happens so that I'm also an English teacher. Talking about my personality isn't something easy, but I can tell that I love reading, I love my cat, and I love English. And that's probably it for now.
Wonderful
No, it's not
combination.
so easy to. Oh, sorry.
I'm just saying, what a wonderful combination.
Yeah, that was the first that came to my mind. It's not so easy to talk about myself. What about you?
Um, can you believe it or not? But I'm also a fan of reading. At the same time, I'm not a big fan of cats, unfortunately or fortunately. At the same time, I have a daughter who loves cats a lot. That's why, in a way, I'm connected with the topic. Yes, and I'm connected with teaching. I'm related to teaching English in particular. So we have a lot of things in common.
You're right. You're right.
And there are a few questions that I would like to ask you. To start with about your life right now. And are there some things that you would like to share, the things that are important for you?
Definitely. Yep. So the things that are important for me now. I believe the first thing that I have realized is like how important my family is to me and how important their safety is for me. So that's definitely something that comes first now. Then funny thing is that I have decided recently that my mental health is like super important. It should be very important for me and I should take care of it. So this is one more kind of priority that I have chosen recently, right? And also, you know what? Another important thing that I do, and I believe a lot of people do, and the fact that a lot of people do that is super important as well, is that like helping those who need the help, yes, and just like doing something that I can do at the moment, like being
Yeah,
helpful. That's important, I guess.
yeah, I totally get it. You mentioned the idea that the priority, you have several priorities, and one of them is your psychological health or balance. How do you
Right,
take care
right.
of this priority? What helps you
Mhm.
stay sane and balanced?
That's a great question because I'm still, like I'm still figuring out a way of like taking care of my mental health. Well, the first thing that I definitely do and I'm doing right now, I'm actually attending like group psychotherapy, right?
How long have you been doing that?
Well, I've been attending it for about a year so
About
far.
a year or so. I,
Mm.
I I think I believe the first mentioning of this.
So yeah, it's been a year since I started. So yeah, and talking about podcasts, so I was also listening to one, and that was it. This podcast is actually about mental health, and one of the ideas that was mentioned there was that, like right now, psychology, psychotherapy as a sphere is like so developed in Ukraine. I mean, like because of all
True.
those things that are happening, yeah. And so it's really high level right now, and that's why, yeah, that's why like it seems it's going to have like a big future. So
I hope so, because in a way, this is something that adds health to the society and gives extra points to your level of mental health or general well-being. And I believe that nowadays, especially nowadays, people who have some background or who are aware of some tool that might help them with their balance, well, that's better for them. That's beneficial.
definitely, well,
Mm.
yeah,
So,
this is just like we're all of us are aware of the fact that we need to take care, like our personal hygiene, so to say. Yes, and this is just as important. So taking care of your like mental hygiene is just as important as it is the physical one. So that's nice that yeah, people get to realize that, and we have more chances and opportunities to do that. Still, it seems like not so easy to find your therapist, you know?
Well, can't agree more. And I believe that this same question is also, I can say the same about finding your own hairstylist, or for example, master of manicure, or a good dentist, not to mention a gynecologist.
Right.
I mean, like a person who is on the same way with you, like-minded person in a way with whom it's pleasant, and also a good professional exactly in this area.
Absolutely.
Yeah. No, it's cool that we are on the same page on this question.
Yeah, agree with you. Okay.
So you mentioned
Yeah, actually,
listening.
sorry. Yeah.
No, go ahead.
Sorry.
It's
So that was just one of the things that I'm doing in order like to take care of my mental health. I just thought that also one important point of that like of that process is that I'm trying to be kind to myself, you know? So that's another step on that way, you know? I mean, there are so many things that can actually depress me, and I don't really want to be one of them, you know? So yeah, that's another thing that I'm learning, just like be kind to myself. Yeah.
Can you please give an example that shows how kind you can be to yourself?
Right. For example, you know, not blaming me so much for like for mistakes. Yeah, actually not making a drama about it. Just
Yeah,
yeah,
that's important.
accepting, correcting, and then like just yeah, just forgiving myself for these mistakes and not like, you know, not being too hard on myself. Yeah,
Got it.
kind of like becoming a friend to myself. So like I wouldn't really like if we just imagine a situation that like some of my friends messed up, I wouldn't definitely say anything horrible to them. Just trying to
Yeah, it's
come
your
on, you could have
fault.
done better. Yes, why didn't you do that? So, but I do that to myself. Yeah, and that's not how you take care of your mental health, I guess. Yeah, so
Yeah. That seems so not logical when you put it that way, but at the same time, the first idea or the first reaction that comes to my mind exactly in the same situations, well, it's pretty much the same. So the first thought of mine is, that is a mistake. So probably that is my fault.